Okay, so what kind of situation do we currently have on EURNZD? As promised in the last video today, we will be speaking about EURNZD because, as I already said in the previous video, this is a very interesting pair at the moment for a potential trading opportunity. So I definitely want to speak about it. So let's make a full breakdown, also seeing what we have from a COT perspective and understand where we can be looking for the best trading opportunity. And as usual, I will try to keep the analysis as educational as possible so that you can learn as much as possible from the analysis. Let's start our breakdown from the monthly time frame. Now on the monthly, what do we have? On the monthly, we have a market that clearly has created a quite strong impulse to the upside. In fact, from here, the market started all this huge move to the upside, and then the market from here started this retracement. Now, if you want informations on this retracement, what are you supposed to be doing? You're supposed to be taking your Fibonacci from the low to the high of the impulse. And what you can see that the market went precisely to test the 0.786 of the Fibonacci taken on the impulse, respected the area, and now started this move to the upside. Specifically, there is one very important thing that you have to notice. In all this retracement, there is one candle which is not related to the retracement, which is basically of a different color, and is this green candle here. Now this candle is not by mistake that was formed exactly at the 0.618. In fact, the 0.618 is the golden ratio, which is the strongest Fibonacci level. So this zone here is basically a quite strong supply area for this market, and if the market will go to actually test this zone, we definitely expect a reaction to the area and a rejection of the market to the downside away from this supply area. Going down on the weekly, what do we have? Now on the weekly time frame, it is pretty clear that the market, how it is actually making this move to the upside to test that monthly supply. It is making the move to the upside, creating a bearish pattern also on the weekly. In fact, on the weekly, we have down, up, down, up. So basically the market is creating a W formation that is going to test probably the supply that we have on the monthly combined with the 0.618 that we have on the monthly. So a bearish weekly pattern testing a monthly resistance area. This is a very powerful situation, okay? So the market is currently creating this W formation. Now in general, where is the completion zone of a W formation? The completion zone of a W formation is the neckline, okay? In other words, the previous resistance, which is turn support in this area. So we expect the market to go and test this zone. Going down on the daily time frame, what do we see? Now, from a daily perspective, we can clearly see that the market is currently becoming an overextended market to the upside. The market is just pushing and pushing and pushing, but in making this move to the upside, which, as we said, is creating a weekly W formation and going to test a monthly supply area, in creating this move, the market is overextending to the upside because the move to the upside on the daily doesn't have any kind of retracement. What we can also notice is that in creating this move to the upside, the market is creating this overextended W formation, which is even extra confluence for a retracement to the downside after this strong move to the upside. Now, if you remember, did we want to see this move to the upside? Absolutely yes. Okay, from here, what did we say? We said after this daily W formation, we wanted to see a retracement and then the continuation to the upside. And that is exactly what the market is doing. And I will link this previous analysis in description so you can go and check it out for further reference. The analysis where I said before the move up happened that basically we wanted to see first the completion and then the continuation to the upside. So more free education, you can go and check it out. And the market clearly is now overextended to the upside. Now let's go and give a quick check also what we have from a COT perspective, so commitment of traders, what the biggest banks and institutions are doing in the market and how they are positioned. Because definitely by being able to follow their orders, how they are shifting their orders in time, we're able to gain an advantage over our competition in the market and make more informed trading decisions. Just a quick reminder, make sure you comment below and you let me know which pair or topic you would like me to cover or analyze in the next video. Now, if we check the euro, what do we have? On the euro, we can see that institutions have been aggressively buying the euro. In fact, we went from minus 114k net positions with 271k shorts and 157k longs. So from a very bearish situation to a very, very bullish situation that we have currently as we are speaking, with 125k net positions. So from very bearish to very bullish, and obviously more longs than shorts with 204k longs and 79k shorts. Specifically, the amount of longs that we have currently, it's very, very, very high. Okay, and this is important, and I will understand later on during the analysis why having a record amount of longs is actually an important thing also for this setup specifically. And if we go and see what we have from an NZD perspective, okay, on the NZD, we can see that NZD is getting strong as well. However, it is continuing to get stronger, okay? It's still not that strong. It is strong, but not that strong, okay? They can still add more longs and still create more accumulation. Now, obviously, we have a new report coming out today, and we will see what that will show. But we went from minus 20k to plus 2k net positions. So NZD getting strong, Euro has already got very, very strong, and we have a record amount of longs. Now, when you have such a strong number of longs, and specifically the market has already respected, has already shown a rejection, not really a rejection, but has actually shown a move following this adding of longs. As we can see, for example, on all euro pairs, specifically on Euro USD, we have seen a huge move to the upside. So the market has already reacted. This is the right word, sorry. So the market has already reacted to having all these longs, okay? The market has already reacted. So can we expect some profit taking on this euro strength? Absolutely yes. Which correlates very well with what we want to see on Euro NZD, right? Because on Euro NZD, we said that we want to see a move to the downside, right? Because on the monthly, we have the supply, on the weekly, we have a bearish W formation, and on the on the monthly, we have a supply area, on the weekly, we have a W formation, and on the daily, we have an overextended W formation. So 3 bearish situations on the 3 directional timeframes. And from a COT perspective, the euro has a record amount of longs from which we actually expect profit taking, and the NZD, as we have just seen, is continuing to get stronger. So can we expect a move to the upside, up to the downside? Absolutely yes, right? All timeframes and also the COT data are all showing the same thing. Now the question is exactly from where do we expect the market to make the move to the downside? Well, that is not something that we can or we should be able to predict, because trading is not predictive, trading is reactive. And as usual, monthly, weekly, and daily are the best time frames for the direction of the market, but the best time frame for entry is the 4-hour time frame. So how we will be actually approaching this situation with students. Now, if we go down on the 4-hour time frame, what can we see? On the 4 hours, we can see that the market has just been continuing to go to the upside without any sign of weakness. The market just continued to create higher highs and higher lows as we are speaking without any sign of weakness. And that is actually even better. Why it is better? Because the more the market will actually continue to the upside, okay? The more the market will continue to the upside, the better the W formation on the weekly will actually look like. And when the market will start the move to the downside, we will have more pips to be made on the move to the downside, because obviously the market will be farther away from the neckline, which is the completion zone of the formation. So the way in which we will be approaching this situation with students is very simple. We know that our target zone is around this area here. We know that the market at the moment is all still bullish, so there is absolutely nothing to be done on the pair yet. So with students, simply we will be monitoring price action inside of this area from a 4-hour perspective, which is the pattern on which is the time frame on which you want to wait for confirmation patterns. So we will be waiting on the 4-hour time frame for the market to shift from a bullish market as it is right now to a bearish market. And as soon as the market will do that shift from a bullish to a bearish market, no matter how much high that shift will happen, the more high it will happen, the better it will be, because we will have a better risk to reward to the downside. And as soon as the market will make this shift, we will add EURNZD on the watch list with students. And as soon as the market will provide to us one of our valid entries, we will be taking a nice short with a very good risk to reward and very good probabilities for the move to the downside and completion of the W formation, rejection of the monthly supply area, on the daily completion of the overextended W formation, and to see some profit taking on this very high number of longs that we have from an institutional perspective on the euro. If you enjoyed the video, make sure you smash that like button and comment below. It really does support the creation of more free analysis and education for all of you. Also, you find linked in the description the complete mentorship program that I have. So the way in which the program is structured is that first, you learn all the rules of my rule-based strategies, and then you trade them live with me each and every day. I give you a new daily market breakdown showing you exactly how to apply these strategies with entry, stop, and take profit, as well as answering every single question that you have every day. So I really suggest that you go and check it out, and I will see you in the next video.